Mohammed was the consul at the French embassy in Kabul. Ever since receiving the order to evacuate Afghanistan, he had become the busiest person in the entire embassy. After reminding the staff to destroy all documents, he received another call, this time from Eva. Eva was a volunteer with a non-governmental organization. With flights grounded, she and her mother had no way to return home, so she called the embassy for help. After hearing her situation, Mohammed immediately offered a solution. She should bring her mother to the embassy so they could evacuate together with the diplomatic staff. Mohammed had already taken many calls like this. As long as the caller was French, he told them to come to the embassy as quickly as possible so they could leave with the diplomats on the evacuation flight. He made sure not a single French national was left behind. At the same time, he had to frequently update the ambassador on the situation to help him make the best decisions. After the ambassador left the office, Mohammed immediately began destroying any equipment that could potentially compromise national security. It was at that moment he received an unusual call for help from an Afghan man named Sadiq. Sadiq had tried to escape Afghanistan on his own, but failed and was severely injured. That was why he turned to Mohammed, hoping he could help him get out of the country. Mohammed agreed on the spot and told him to head to a restaurant they both knew well, promising he would come pick him up immediately. The reason Mohammed insisted on personally rescuing an Afghan man was because Sadiq was no ordinary person. He was the intelligence chief for the Afghan government forces. With the Taliban entering the city, they would undoubtedly target government officials first. Mohammed had to save him. Sadiq was an ally of their country. Mohammed drove quickly to the designated restaurant. The owner, Amir, was an old acquaintance, so Mohammed had no trouble locating Sadiq, who was hiding there. Not wanting to cause trouble for Amir, Mohammed immediately supported the injured Sadiq and headed for his car. But as they crossed the street, they suddenly noticed a vehicle full of armed men speeding toward them. The two quickened their pace and reached the other side of the road. The armed men's vehicle stopped abruptly, reversed, and finally parked right in front of the restaurant. It was obvious they were after Sadiq. They first checked the truck parked outside the restaurant. When they didn't find their target, they began intimidating the man who had brought Sadiq there. Realizing the danger, Mohammed quickly told Sadiq to hide in the car. But just as he placed him inside and returned to observe the situation, the man being interrogated suddenly broke free from the armed fighters and ran straight toward where Mohammed was hiding. Mohammed froze in shock. Gunshots rang out immediately, and the man was struck several times, collapsing not far from. Only after the armed men finally left did Mohammed dare to approach the body. When he confirmed the man was dead, he got back into the car and drove Sadiq toward the embassy.